Welcome learners for lecture 4 of mathematical method. Today we'll be discuss about the another corollary for giving as a corollary. You know that the what is meant by corollary. Corollary is the shortest proof of a theorem or the lemma. We will be discussing as a same proof or the result of this form. Okay, this will be most important corollary we introducing of this form. Okay, we started as a corollary, that is a corollary if f of t belongs to p a of infinity, a is always greater than 0, and if f of t is an element of a1 to a infinity, then we generated as a two form for the sine as well as a cos. Okay, integration a to infinity f of t sin lambda t dt, as a dt tends to 0, which changes as a form as a t tends to infinity. After that, integration a to infinity f of t cos lambda t dt, that is a dt tends to 0 as a t tends to infinity. This will be the two proof of a sine and cos. When changing to the value, that is a dt tends to 0, then t will be changes as a infinity, and we getting as a form that is a dt tends to 0 is the same as a cos tends to t tends to infinity. Okay, given as a form will be condition, that is a corollary will be given f of t is an element of p of a infinity if a is always greater than 0. Okay, this will be the given condition, that is f of t is a piecewise continuous as a to infinity, means the initial point to final point. Initial point will be contained, that is a and final will be containing, that is a infinity. Okay, we started as a form. We discussed that f of t is a continuous and a to infinity when it is a piecewise continuous. What is meant by piecewise continuous? Piecewise continuous means we given as a form, that is a is the initial value and infinity is a final value. This will be changes as a initial point to final point of this form. This is called as a piecewise continuous, means a continuous is a starting but initial form to final form will be generated. Okay, that will be form will be generated f of t is a continuous and a to infinity. Then also given that another form, that is the f of t is an elements of a1 to a infinity. Okay, means the first will be generated as a form, that is a f of t. It is also f of t generated, but this will be given as a p and another will be given as a a1. Okay, very interesting form of this equation which changes as a value p to a1. Same condition will be given, f of t and p to a1 will be changes. Then we given as a form f of t is a absolutely integrable and a to infinity. Initial to final point will be absolutely integrable. Okay, by definition of the absolutely integrable, we can find the positive number to changes of this form. Okay, positive number will be changes. You know that n is always generated as a positive number. N such that for this condition, for the positive number of the value, what will be form of the positive number value will be, means a mod of integration. First form is a n of infinity f of t dt is always less than epsilon by 2. Okay, epsilon by 2 will be given as a first equation for any positive number epsilon. Epsilon will be given as a any positive number. You know that n is a absolutely integrable value will be generated for the positive number will be changes. Okay, any positive number will be given as a epsilon. Then capital N will be changes as a mod of a to infinity f of t d. F of t will be contained as a first form is a sin lambda t dt. Okay, this will be the form. But after that we will be changing of this form, that is a mod of integration a2. This will be form is a changing of this integration, that is a to n f of t sin lambda t dt plus integration a to n f of t sin lambda t dt. This is the piecewise continuous of the form. After that, this piecewise continuous which changes as a form, that is a same condition will be changes. Always f of t is always less than mod of integration a to n f of t sin lambda t dt. Okay, first will be condition only put up as a separated value of this form. Another will be given as a less than, f of t is always less than, mod will be separated, that will be containing as a both the equation will be generated as a mod, that is a integration a to n f of t sin lambda t dt completed mod. Another mod is generated plus of integration a to n f of t sin lambda t dt. Okay, this will be given as a form for giving as a value, that is a equation of the mod or the formula of the mod, that a mod of a plus b is a less than or equals to, mod will be separated in the two form, means a mod of a plus mod of b will be generated. Okay, after that this equation less than or equals to the form will be generated. Integration and dt means integrating form, integration of a to n, mod will be containing integration will be separated to the mod of f of t sin lambda t mod completed dt will be given as another form. Okay, same condition will be applied to the another form, integration a to n f of t mod of f of t sin lambda t dt. Okay, mod will be completed as a dt form. Then this equation will be generating as a form, that is the separating condition. Both of the equation dt will be generated. Then after that this will be generating of the form mod of will be generated this equation. Then started as another equation, that is a less than or equals to, means f of t less than or equals to integration, first part will be given integration a to n mod of f of t sin lambda t dt plus integration n will be containing as an initial point, n will be containing as a lower limit, and infinity contain as a upper limit, means n will be generated. This formula will be changes as a form. See that integration of n, that is a positive number containing integration n to the infinity mod of f of t dt will be generated. This equation will be containing as a second equation. How it will be given? Because of mod of sin lambda t mod completed is always less than or equals to I. How it is possible? Always less than or equals to I, then will be generated as a form. Then after that, putting as a Riemann-Lebesgue lemma, this will be show that to the given value of I1 and I2. Okay, means not this is a sin lambda t dt always less than or equals to I or less than or equals to 1 will be given at two value. Then put up to the value I1 plus I2 will be changes as a form, that is I1 plus I2. I1 will be given as a integration of a to n mod of f of t sin lambda t mod completed dt. This will be containing as a I1, put up this value, plus I2. I2 means the integration of n infinity f of t dt. This will be given as a equation. After that given. Now for I1, given of f of t is a continuous in the form of a to n. Okay, this all will be given as a shortcut form of a corollary. Which base will be depending? That is a Riemann-Lebesgue lemma will be depending. Then after that this will be formed. We can find a positive number is n is always greater than 0. N is always greater than 0 because n will be containing as a value that is a natural number, that will be given as a always greater than 0 for this form. Such that will be given equation will be generated, that is a integration a to n mod of f of t sin lambda t dt equals to integration a to n mod of f of t. This will be changes as a form dt less than epsilon by 2. Okay, how it is possible epsilon by 2 given as the equation? Because sin lambda t mod will be generated, that is always less than or equals to I. This will be generated as a epsilon by 2. This will be the directly given as a form, that is a Riemann-Lebesgue lemma. This equation is the third equation, will be generated as a value, then putting as a value for the equation 1 and equation 3 in equation 2. 1 and 3 value will be given as a equation, integrating form, put this form of a equation in equation 2. Then how to is obtained as a equation 2 will be generated as a form, that is a mod of integration a to infinity f of t sin lambda t dt is always less than given to the value of equation 3, that is the epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2. Then after that cross multiply will be given, that is a 4 epsilon by 4. Then 4 cancel to the form as a containing, that is a epsilon, means a direct value will be generated as a epsilon, means a mod of integration a to infinity f of t sin lambda t dt is always less than the epsilon, because epsilon is a arbitrary number. Epsilon is a arbitrary number. Arbitrary number will be given as a epsilon, that is the epsilon tends to 0 is given as t tends to infinity. We given as a value will be proof, that is the epsilon is a arbitrary number, and arbitrary number as a given to the value, that is the epsilon tends to 0, then t is always tends to infinity. This will be the proof of this second corollary of a depending on the lemma, that is a Riemann-Lebesgue lemma. Riemann-Lebesgue lemma is the most important theorem of this Fourier transform. Okay, hence it will be proved, means a integration a to infinity f of t sin lambda t dt tends to 0, means a arbitrary number tends to 0, then lambda is always, means a continuing form of the t or a lambda will be tends to as a infinity. Okay, this will be the form. Similarly, we put up to the value of a sine to the cos value, and given as the same corollary of the cos will be changing up to the sum of the value will be given. Okay, this is the corollary of this form. Okay, thank you for watching.